You do not have a right to search me.
I didn't touch you.
Good. Don't touch me.
We'll seize your phone and ask for a search warrant. So
Go ahead. You want to seize my phone? You want to seize my phone? You know I'm a member of the media. Would you like to seize my phone when I'm telling you I am news gathering right now?
I didn't.
This is Susan Bassi, and this is a video taken by San Joaquin Valley Transparency down in Hanford, California. This is a video about recording police officers on a public sidewalk and in a public courthouse. It's also a video about journalists who carry press passes and journalists who don't.
You're a journalist, man.
You of all people should know.
The Sentinel.
If you're in a private place. We're not in a private
What
capacity.
is the law regarding filming and recording of individuals?
This is Garrett Jones. He's a reporter for the Hanford Sentinel, which is the newspaper in Hanford. He's also a journalist who writes comic books and went to Comic-Con a few years ago.
What is the law regarding filming and recording of individuals in California?
I gotta go talk to this guy. He's talking about you guys.
Sitter.
He's talking.
Appreciate it, guys.
Nice to meet you.
Brazel?
I'm gonna check out your channel.
Sure.
Sure, Josh.
Sure. You guys are legit, man. I appreciate
Do you have
that.
any questions for us?
I appreciate that, man. You guys are awesome, bro. I appreciate you guys. Hell yeah.
Have a good day.
Hell yeah.
California is a two-party consent state.
That's for eavesdropping.
It's also with regards to physical recording using audio and video.
Well, I'm using
Not
it
true.
right now.
Would you like to make a complaint?
Yes, I would.
Sir.
There they are, right there.
Oh my
We got a
God.
journalist that's gonna make a complaint.
These guys, I asked them to not record me. They're doing it anyway. California is a two-party consent state, meaning they have to have my permission to record me, either video or audio. I'm looking it up right now.
Not in public.
You gotta state the law, man.
Not in public.
Not in public. You can't just make up stuff as you go, dude.
I'm not making it up.
Can you please go back and quit your job, please? You don't even know the First Amendment. You don't have what it takes to be a real journalist, bro.
Go look up Maury Terry.
Get out of my city.
Mr. Jones is what we call a beat reporter. He carries a press pass because it makes him and the police officers feel better. He reports on their press releases and their press conferences and puts information in the local newspaper. But not all journalists do the same thing, and most journalists don't need a press pass because news gathering and the business of the free press is protected by the First Amendment. And the government is not allowed to put prior restraint on news gathering activities. In fact, it's a crime if a journalist's unpublished work is seized, even by police officers. This is the Santa Clara County Family Public Courthouse. It cost $283 million to build, and this is a video that was taken inside that courthouse shortly after it opened. And shortly after it opened, the lawyers, the judges, and the police officers that work inside that courthouse as bailiffs started to hold parties that they didn't leave open to the public, and then they started to make rules to prevent the public from recording inside that courthouse.
Need your badge number and your name if I didn't get that.
Not a problem. Same name I gave you last time.
I understand that. I'm getting it for this time. It's
REY.
REY
1712.
1712. And I want to be clear, you were ordered to keep me off the 8th
No.
floor.
That was not ordered. You tried RSVP. You got an email.
You gave her. We're done.
I just want to make sure that you're saying I'm not allowed to go on the 8th floor right now.
In January of 2017, Judge Mary Ann Grilly and her court clerk planned a party for her retirement inside this courthouse. And when I said I was going to attend with some associates, I was told I was not invited via an email. And that's the email this police officer is talking about while he's not wearing a body cam.
Is that true? Or do I have the ability to go on the 8th floor?
Do you have business on the floor?
Yes, I do.
This is a Santa Clara County Sheriff's deputy asking a member of the public if they have business on the 8th floor of a courthouse that just cost taxpayers $283 million to build. This is the middle of the day, and the local bar association, in conjunction with the court staff, decided to have a retirement party in one of the conference rooms on that floor. It's also the floor that operates the business of the courts. And that business includes serving paperwork. This is an attorney serving a disqualification on a judge on that 8th floor, and I took this photo in March of 2017. And I took that video of an investigative reporter serving a disqualification on the same judge in August of 2017. And after I did, I tried to show the investigative reporter the area that I was trying to access when the sheriffs threatened me with trespassing because the judges, lawyers, and police officers were having a private party in this public courthouse that taxpayers paid to fund. I was threatened with arrest for trying to appear in a public building during the middle of business hours because the judges and lawyers then got together and made a local rule that recording in this courthouse was illegal. And so for taking these videos, I was criminally prosecuted, and that prosecution has lasted for 6 years. There have been over 70 hearings, and at each one of those hearings, the district attorney has filed paperwork claiming that I'm not a journalist or that I'm a self-proclaimed journalist and objecting to any judicial diversion on the grounds that I continue to be an unrepentant journalist claiming that Judge Towery is rigging cases.
Courthouse tax bill, $283 million.
Too much.
Profits from our children.
After taxpayers paid $283 million to build this courthouse, the lawyers and judges got together and decided to start making local rules about when you could record and when you couldn't. So I've been being prosecuted for 6 years for taking this photograph, but at the same time the court was allowing journalists with press passes to come in and record Adoption Day celebrations after the court had adopted out a number of children.
Oh, look, everyone's taking pictures in here.
And when judges issue orders that are prior restraints on speech, they're unconstitutional. And when the government tries to tell us when we can record their expenditures and when we can't, that's an obstruction of news gathering activities, because the job of the journalist is to provide information to the public, and the job of the journalist is protected by the First Amendment.
Officers that don't know it. Will you guys go home and learn it tonight and never forget it
I'll
again?
probably do it before I go home.
Awesome, bro. Bro, you're a journalist, man.
You of all people should know.
The